Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Mark for deletion, rub off, or erase. Kill these lines in the president's speech. End or extinguish by forceful means. Thwart the passage of. Kill emotion. Drink down entirely. She killed a bottle of brandy that night. The act of terminating a life. Be fatal. Cigarettes kill. Be the source of great pain for. These new shoes are killing me. Cause the death of, without intention. She was killed in the collision of 3 cars. Cause to cease operating. Kill the engine. Cause to die. Put to death, usually intentionally or knowingly. This man killed several people when he tried to rob a bank. Deprive of life. AIDS has killed thousands in Africa. Destroy a vitally essential quality of or in. Eating artichokes kills the taste of all other foods. Hit with great force. He killed the ball. Hit with so much force as to make a return impossible, in racket games. She killed the ball. Overwhelm with hilarity, pleasure, or admiration. The comedian was so funny, he was killing me. The body of an animal, or bodies of animals, killed by a person or another animal. The destruction of an enemy plane or ship or tank or missile. The pilot reported 2 kills during the mission. Tire out completely. The daily stress of her work is killing her. Make undecipherable or imperceptible by obscuring or concealing. Mark for deletion, rub off, or erase. Remove completely from recognition or memory. Reduced to nothingness. Do away with completely, without leaving a trace. Use up, resources or materials. Eliminate completely and without a trace. Kill in large numbers. Mark for deletion, rub off, or erase. Remove from memory or existence. Wipe out the effect of something. End or extinguish by forceful means. An unsuccessful ending to a struggle or contest. It was a narrow defeat. The feeling that accompanies an experience of being thwarted in attaining your goals. Win a victory over. Defeat your enemies. Thwart the passage of. Move quickly and violently. Thwart the passage of. Shoot at and force to come down. Vote against. Thwart the passage of. Thwart the passage of. Drink down entirely. Eat a large amount of food quickly. Drink down entirely. English physician who first described Down syndrome, 1828 to 1896. Understood perfectly. Had his algebra problems down. Soft fine feathers. Extending or moving from a higher to a lower place. The down staircase. Fine soft dense hair, as the fine short hair of cattle or deer or the wool of sheep or the undercoat of certain dogs. spatially or metaphorically from a higher to a lower level or position. Don't fall down. Lower than previously. Prices are down. Filled with melancholy and despondency. Downcast after his defeat. Eat up completely, as with great appetite. Some people can down a pound of meat in the course of one meal. Cause to come or go down. The policeman downed the heavily armed suspect. Improve or perfect by pruning or polishing. Drink down entirely. He downed 3 martinis before dinner. Shoot at and force to come down. American football. A complete play to advance the football. You have 4 downs to gain 10 yards. Becoming progressively lower. The downtrend in the real estate market. Being or moving lower in position or less in some value. Lay face down. Being put out by a strikeout. 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. Bring down or defeat an opponent. Not functioning, temporarily or permanently. We can't work because the computer is down. Shut. The shades were down. Usually plural, a rolling treeless highland with little soil. Away from a more central or a more northerly place. Was sent down to work at the regional office. To a lower intensity. He slowly phased down the light until the stage was completely black. Drink down entirely. Bulge outward. His eyes popped. An informal term for a father, probably derived from baby talk. Music of general appeal to teenagers. A bland watered-down version of rock and roll with more rhythm and harmony and an emphasis on romantic love. A sharp explosive sound as from a gunshot or drawing a cork. A sweet drink containing carbonated water and flavoring. Of music or art, new and of general appeal, especially among young people. Drink down entirely. They popped a few beer after work. Appear suddenly or unexpectedly. The farm popped into view as we turned the corner. Burst open with a sharp, explosive sound. The balloon popped. Cause to burst with a loud, explosive sound. The child popped the balloon. Cause to make a sharp explosive sound. He popped the champagne bottle. Fire a weapon with a loud explosive noise. The soldiers were popping. Hit a pop fly. He popped out to shortstop. Hit or strike. He popped me on the head. Make a sharp explosive noise. The cork of the champagne bottle popped. Put or thrust suddenly and forcefully. Pop the pizza into the microwave oven. Release suddenly. Pop the clutch. Take drugs, especially orally. The man charged with murder popped a Valium to calm his nerves. Drink down entirely. Write quickly. Drink down entirely. Very funny. A killing joke. An event that causes someone to die. The act of terminating a life. A very large profit. The act of terminating a life. Kill en masse. Kill on a large scale. Kill many. Take out of a literary work in order to cite or copy. Buy and consume food from a restaurant or establishment that sells prepared food. We'll take out pizza, since I am too tired to cook. Purchase prepared food to be eaten at home. Remove from its packing. Remove, usually with some force or effort, also used in an abstract sense. Take out a splinter. Take out or remove. Take out the chicken after adding the vegetables. Cause to leave. Bring, take, or pull out of a container or from under a cover. Make a date. Remove, a commodity, from a supply source. Prevent from being included or considered or accepted. Take liquid out of a container or well. Obtain by legal or official process. Take out a license. Remove something from a container or an enclosed space. Remove something concrete, as by lifting, pushing, or taking off, or remove something abstract. Buy and consume food from a restaurant or establishment that sells prepared food. Take out or remove. Take away apart from, diminish. Remove from a certain place, environment, or mental or emotional state. Transport into a new location or state. Get rid of something abstract. Take from a person or place. A piece of cloth that is left over after the rest has been used or sold. Bring to an end or halt. She ended their friendship when she found out that he had once been convicted of a crime. Be the end of. Be the last or concluding part of. This sad scene ended the movie. The state of affairs that a plan is intended to achieve and that, when achieved, terminates behavior intended to achieve it. The ends justify the means. The last section of a communication. The point in time at which something ends. The end of the year. Have an end, in a temporal, spatial, or quantitative sense, either spatial or metaphorical. My property ends by the bushes. The final stage or concluding parts of an event or occurrence. The end was exciting. A final state. He came to a bad end. Either extremity of something that has length. The end of the pier. A boundary marking the extremities of something. The end of town. A final part or section. We have given it at the end of the section since it involves the calculus. American football. A position on the line of scrimmage. No one wanted to play end. Football. The person who plays at one end of the line of scrimmage. The end managed to hold onto the pass. One of two places from which people are communicating to each other. The phone rang at the other end. Put an end to. The terrible news ended our hopes that he had survived. The part you were expected to play. He held up his end. The surface at either extremity of a three-dimensional object. One end of the box was marked, this side up. Bring to an end or halt. The attack on Poland terminated the relatively peaceful period after WWI. Be the end of. Be the last or concluding part of. terminate the employment of, discharge from an office or position. The company terminated 25% of its workers. Have an end, in a temporal, spatial, or quantitative sense, either spatial or metaphorical. The bronchioles terminate in a capillary bed. Designed or tending to discredit, especially without positive or helpful suggestions. Negative criticism. Not indicating the presence of microorganisms or disease or a specific condition. The HIV test was negative. Involving disadvantage or harm. Minus, or negative, factors. Vote against. Refuse to endorse. Refuse to assent. Having a negative charge. Electrons are negative. A piece of photographic film showing an image with light and shade or colors reversed. A reply of denial. He answered in the negative. Characterized by or displaying negation or denial or opposition or resistance, having no positive features. A negative outlook on life. Expressing or consisting of a negation or refusal or denial. Having the quality of something harmful or unpleasant. Ran a negative campaign. Less than 0. A negative number. Reckoned in a direction opposite to that regarded as positive. Negative interest rates. Command against. Mother vetoed the trip to the chocolate store. Vote against. Refuse to endorse. Refuse to assent. The president vetoed the bill. A vote that blocks a decision. The power or right to prohibit or reject a proposed or intended act, especially the power of a chief executive to reject a bill passed by the legislature. The act of excluding someone by a negative vote or veto. Expel from a community or group. Vote against. Refuse to endorse. Refuse to assent. Take, gas, light or heat, into a solution. Take in, also metaphorically. Take in liquids. Receive into the mind and retain. Propose a toast to. Let's drink to the new year. Be fascinated or spellbound by. Pay close attention to. The mother drinks in every word of her son on the stage. Any liquid suitable for drinking. The act of swallowing. He took a drink of his beer and smacked his lips. The act of drinking alcoholic beverages to excess. Drink was his downfall. Consume alcohol. We were up drinking all night. Drink excessive amounts of alcohol. Be an alcoholic. The husband drinks and beats his wife. Take in liquids. The patient must drink several liters each day. Any large deep body of water. He jumped into the drink and had to be rescued. A single serving of a beverage. I asked for a hot drink. Event whose occurrence ends something. His death marked the ending of an era. The end of a word, a suffix or inflectional ending or final morpheme. I don't like words that have ism as an ending. The act of ending something. The last section of a communication. The point in time at which something ends. The ending of warranty period. The end of a word, a suffix or inflectional ending or final morpheme. The act of ending something. The termination of the agreement. A coming to an end of a contract period. A place where something ends or is complete. Something that results. Event whose occurrence ends something. The proposition arrived at by logical reasoning, such as the proposition that must follow from the major and minor premises of a syllogism. The act of making up your mind about something. He drew his conclusions quickly. A position or opinion or judgment reached after consideration. His conclusion took the evidence into account. The act of ending something. The last section of a communication. In conclusion, I want to say. The temporal end, the concluding time. A final settlement. The conclusion of a business deal. An intuitive assumption. Jump to a conclusion. Be priced at. Represent, as of a character on stage. Form or compose. These constitute my entire belonging. Be identical or equivalent to. Have life, be alive. A light, strong, brittle, gray, toxic, bivalent metallic element. Have an existence, be extant. Work in a specific place, with a specific subject, or in a specific function. Have the quality of being, copula, used with an adjective or a predicate noun. Occupy a certain position or area, be somewhere. What is behind this behavior? Spend or use time. I may be an hour. To remain unmolested, undisturbed, or uninterrupted, used only in infinitive form. Let her be.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.